everyone, welcome to 15-Minute Quilting. Did I finish the Lovey quilt in time for Valentine's Day? No. No, I did not. Am I okay about it? Absolutely. I've spent a long time on this quilt anyway, and it'll be done for next year. I can still enjoy it when it's not Valentine's Day though too. I have been doing something quilty though. I have been really blessed lately with a ton of pattern orders. I mean, just a huge amount of pattern orders. And so I've been getting my 15 quilty minutes in, just not doing, you know, the typical fun quilty stuff like sewing and designing and that sort of thing. And right now, I'm going to work on trimming her up, which I don't actually like the trimming process, but I get really excited once it's done and I get to see, oh, I'm forgetful. I get to see exactly how it's going to look when it's done. I mean, it's not the binding, but it's really close to it, and it just looks so nice and neat. I really like that. Oh. How have you guys been doing this past week? I know that I'm exhausted. I need a bunch of caffeine. And I'm getting caffeine.
Here you go.
Put it down for me because I know it's hot.
Very hot, so please.
And look what came in the mail. A Pajama Quilter mug. I'm so excited. So excited. We also got some Pajama Quilter bookmarks too that I've been sending with each of the patterns that of the orders that we've been filling. Isn't it cute? Can you see it? It says join the Pajama Quilter on YouTube. And then on the back, my glasses, I tell you what, Proverbs 16:3. So I'm really excited about that. I haven't even been able to do any reading lately. And I'm actually currently reading a book by one of my favorite authors. Haven't had time. I've actually been laying down. I grab hold of my phone so that I can do my Kindle app to read the book. And before I even get it opened up, I'm sawing these. Or if I do manage to get it opened up, I start to read it, and then before you know it, the book's not making any sense. I'm thinking, who's that person? What's that about? And we're talking about like the main character. I will be that close to being asleep and lost and not having a clue as to what is going on. So it's just been so busy. And I'm not complaining. I am thrilled. So thrilled that I've been getting so much business lately. It's been really exciting. And most of the money that I make for my business goes into savings and that sort of thing, you know, totally practical stuff. But I did do something that it wasn't practical at all. I bought fabric. And I didn't just buy a piece or two. I bought a collection. A collection of fat quarters with the panel. And my daughter put it somewhere. Oh, I think it's up there. Maybe I think I've got a hair in my mouth. Maybe we can get some help. It came out last summer, early autumn, somewhere in there. It's when I first saw this line. And if any of you know me, and we're back. Technical difficulties. Don't know why. It just happens. Anyway, I was talking about that collection that I really wanted. and it's right here. Spellcaster's Garden, Maywood Studios. No, I'm not being sponsored. I just fell in love with these fabrics. And you know how they are. When you see something that you like, it doesn't take long before it's sold out. And I had it on my vision board. I hoped to get it for Christmas. Didn't happen. And I'd kind of given up hope for the most part. But I just kind of on a lark went and looked, and there it was online. Got to have it, and I was just thrilled. So unbelievably excited. I just couldn't believe it. And I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. Well, that's not entirely true. I do have an idea of how I want to deal with it. I think I want to sort of treat it like my ostrich quilt, in that since it has a panel, and the panel is so stinking cute, because it does have the panel, I don't think I want to cut the panel up. I think I want to use the panel in its entirety, just the way that it is. And then I can take all of these fat quarters and just do border after border after border. Let's see. I can't hold the whole thing up for you to see, but that's the top half. And that's the bottom half. So cute. I love it. Absolutely. And then I've got, for those of you who are really into the whole country thing, there's quite a few buffalo type checks. For those of you who are into gardening, we've got cute little fabric. Oh, I'm just nuts about it. Anyway, but I have other things that I have to work on before I can get to it. But at least I have the fabric now. So whenever true inspiration strikes and I know exactly what I want to do, I'll be ready. I will definitely be ready. Can you guys hear Bo tonight? He is fussing. He's such a fuss budget right now.
He wants to be in the video. He's jealous he doesn't get any screen time.
He's jealous that he's not in the video. He might be. He does like to be the center of attention. He's so silly. The other day he was prancing and running just so that he could get to a piece of bubble wrap, because he likes to pop it, each little bubble individually, with his nose. He's a goofball. So more technical difficulties. I gotta be honest, I think maybe I've got too many games or something on my phone. That could be the problem. We'll figure it out. Anywho's, were you guys nice to David on the last video? It was so sweet of him to be my guest and to tell you guys what his quilting experience was like, which some guys have better luck at it, some guys have worse. I've heard some great husband quilting stories. I think one of my favorites was with, I'm probably going to mess up his name, forgive me, George Siciliano. And his wife was an award-winning quilter before he got started. And the story of how his whole career came to be in quilting is just hilarious. It really is. So if you're ever at a quilt show and you get a chance to hear him speak, definitely sign up to do so. It's worth it. It really is. He's amazing though. And I love that he and his wife, their skills and their preferences are so different. She does these just amazingly beautiful huge quilts. He does quilts that are, I could say they're miniatures, but to be honest, that does not really cover it. They are practically, the pieces are almost microscopic. And he uses paper piecing to do them. And the majority of the ones that I've seen are usually, let's see, how would I describe them? I think they're all variations on a log cabin sort of thing, where he starts in the middle, and some of them are diamond shaped or whatever, but he starts in the middle and he just kind of goes around and around and around and around and around. And they are amazing. And so it's not uncommon for both he and his wife to win awards in the same show in very different categories. So, and it's kind of cute because the two of them can be rather competitive as well. So definitely, if you get a chance to hear their story, do so. It's worth it. Now, how many quilting husbands do we have out there where your wife was initially the quilter and then you piped in and joined in? I would love to hear about that. Or, even better, how many husbands were the quilters? What are we going to do about these technical difficulties? We're almost done for the night anyway, and then I will try to clean up the stuff that's on my phone. And then hopefully we don't have these interruptions anymore. But I do want to thank you guys for hanging with me tonight while I'm working on trimming up this quilt. Again, not my favorite task. What is your least favorite task? Write me and tell me in the comments what your least favorite task is when you're working on a quilt. Is it the piecing, the quilting, the basting, the binding, the trimming? What is it? Just tell me. I want to know. And there are it's funny because you will find that there are people out there who the thing that you just thoroughly despise doing, they're crazy about it. They can't wait to do it. That is their favorite thing. And you look at them as though they've lost their minds when they tell you that, but it's true. That's their thing. And praise God, because we really need more. We need more diversity in the world. We really do, in every aspect of that. And no, I'm not getting political. I'm just saying we all have our gifts, true gifts. I think the crochet thing just fell behind me that Haley made for me. She made me one of those cute little blankets. Isn't that sweet? But I will fix that later. And our time is up. And thanks for hanging with me. I really cannot wait to spend some more time with you again. Have a great, great night and day, and I'll see you in a few days. Bye.